Well, you're probably wondering, what the heck is she doing now? Has she lost her mind? Well, that could very well be. As you know, I was supposed to be out on a 4-day long weekend backpacking trip for the long holiday weekend. And, well, the entire province has been put back into lockdown for 4 more weeks. So that kind of put the kibosh on the backpacking weekend and anything else that we had planned for the next 4 weeks or longer even, we don't know. So I'm sitting here, got my remote controls. I've been binging 24. Can you believe it? I never watched that series before, and so now I'm binging the whole thing. Got some fizzy water, and I made this really awesome Scoby jerky. It's made from kombucha Scoby, and I was going to share it with my friends that I was going backpacking with. But now I have to eat it all on my own. It's really yummy. I'm sorry, my friends are missing out on it. It's kind of like taffy with ginger and garlic. I'll show you now how I made that. I'm gonna go back to watching 24. Hi, how's it going, folks? Welcome back to the kitchen. Today we're gonna check out some of these slimy alien things. Oops. What is that? So as you know, I make my own fermented foods. You saw a few videos ago I made some homemade sauerkraut, and I mentioned that I also make kombucha. Well, what the heck is kombucha? Kombucha is a fermented tea beverage. It doesn't have alcohol in it. If you leave it too long, you might get 0.05% of alcohol. So it's not an alcoholic beverage. It's a fermented beverage, several thousands of years old, that people have been using, and it's good for gut health. It's also pretty tasty and refreshing. For those of you who buy kombucha in the store, you know it can be pretty expensive. So quite a few years ago, I decided, you know, I'm not going to spend $5 on, you know, a small bottle of kombucha in the store when I can buy a Scoby and I can make my own at home for literally pennies. So I've been making kombucha for quite a while now, and every time you make another batch, it creates another Scoby. And these, ooh, burping. These slimy things here are the Scobies. So every time you make another batch, it makes another layer of this Scoby. And Scoby means symbiotic culture of bacteria and yeast. So after a while, you just run out of friends who want to take a Scoby from you, or run out of people who want to trade kefir greens with you, and there's a whole nother story there. They will take over your house. So the other day when I was looking up what to do with this Scoby hotel, I found a recipe for Scoby jerky. Now, because I'm going out backpacking again, hopefully next weekend, I thought, I'll test this recipe out. I will try and find that original recipe, but somehow there are dozens upon dozens of recipes for Scoby jerky online, and now I can't find the one that I'm working off of here. And when I printed it, it didn't print the URL on the bottom of it. So I'll try and find that and post it in the comments below. in the description rather. So what it says to do first is to get a thin Scoby or split them up. Now these are they're all getting a little bit firm. So I'm just going to try and it also says to just cut them into strips, like jerky size strips. So I'm going to cut these, and then maybe it'll be easier to split up. So I'm going to cut a few of these, and I'll bring you back in just a few minutes. Okay, so I've got a bunch of the Scoby all broken up here, and so now I'm going to add the marinade ingredients to this bowl. So I want, let's see, half a cup of kombucha. So this is the kombucha that I just bottled the other day from a fresh batch. So I want half a cup of that, or let's see, about 150 milliliters. And then I also want a half a cup of coconut aminos. Now I'm using coconut aminos. The original recipe that I found online calls for soy sauce, but I can't use soy sauce. Soy and I just do not get along. Now, soy sauce is a whole lot cheaper, but for those of us who are intolerant or allergic, coconut aminos is the better choice, of course. And then we want 1 tablespoon of grated ginger, and 1 tablespoon of grated garlic. I just put that through the garlic press. And I'm just going to stir that up a little bit. Now the original recipe also says you can use a pinch or two of chili flakes, depending on taste. However, I also don't do well with hot spicy chilies, so I'm just going to do the garlic and ginger. Okay, so then it says to just dip the Scoby into the marinade. So I'm just going to dip that into the marinade and put it on my dehydrator tray. So I'm just going to dip all of these into the marinade, and then I'm going to stick them in the dehydrator. So I'll come back to you in a few minutes. Okay, I've got all the Scobies. Just dip them really quick into the marinade, lay them out on the tray, and then I'm going to put them in the dehydrator for about 4 hours at 105 degrees Fahrenheit. And then they go into the marinade again for a few hours, and then back into the dehydrator. So hopefully by the weekend when I'm going away, I will have some dehydrated Scoby to take on the trail with me. Hi, we're back. We're gonna finish off this kombucha Scoby jerky. It's the following day, and the jerky was in the dehydrator for the first round for 4 hours at 105 degrees Fahrenheit. And then I stuffed it in this jar with the marinade, which I made yesterday. I added 3 tablespoons of honey to the marinade and then stirred it up and stuffed the jerky in here. See what that looks like? Yum! So now this has been marinating for over 24 hours. I wanted to put it in the dehydrator just as I'm going to bed, so that it's making the noise while I'm sleeping and I can just close the door and not have to listen to the noise. So I'm just going to lay these out on the tray. It smells really nice and garlicky and gingery. which is going to be really yummy. Oops, it's a little slippery, hard to handle. So as I put these out on the tray, I'm trying not to overlap them. Just trying to space them out so that they're not stuck together. And then they're gonna go in the dehydrator for 8 hours at 105 degrees Fahrenheit. So just long enough for me to have a snooze. So has anyone tried to make any fermented foods or fermented beverages? Are you a fan of kombucha or kefir drinks? I also like kvass. It's a fermented beet juice, which is really good. Beets are one of my favorite vegetables. So beet juice is really cool too. Okay, so that's all of those. And I'm just gonna stick those in the dehydrator. How's that look? It's gonna be yummy. Good morning, folks. Well, this has been in here for 8 hours now, so I'm just going to pull this out of here and turn off this noise. Oh, look at that. It's hard to see in this light. But this looks really, really yummy. They're still kind of chewy looking rather than crunchy. It's more like taffy than jerky. But that might be good. Let's see. I'll take just a little piece. There's one. Let's see how this tastes. There we go. There we go. Can really taste the garlic and the ginger. It's it tastes like something that I've eaten before, but I can't think of what. It's pretty good. It'd be good for a snack. Yeah, that's really good. So I'm gonna take that on the trail with me this weekend, and so when I post this, I'm gonna post it, or I'm gonna edit and schedule it so that it'll be up on Sunday while I'll still be out on the trail. So let me know what you think of kombucha Scoby jerky. If you ever try this at home, let me know. Post below. Or if you've never made kombucha or anything like that at home, let me know. Hey, I can send you a Scoby because I've still got lots of it. If you want any of that, let me know. Post below. Thanks so much for watching, and I will see you next time.